I'm just thinking that, obviously, given the record, there's obviously frustration there over the last 4.
No frustration, I'm not sure. To be honest, before a final, I only think about the performance, because I know there are 2 possible things in a final: you win or you lose, and the only thing you have really influence on is performance. So, and if you had enough time, maybe you watched the finals before you asked the questions, and then you would have seen that all the teams I was in final with, they always performed really good, and was close games, and that's the best thing you can do, in my opinion. So I'm not frustrated about my final record. It could have been a little bit better, that's for sure, but it is like it is.
Well, that's what I was thinking would be the frustration when you see your team performing well, and unfortunately you don't come away with that winner's medal.
Yeah, but when it's over, it's over. So I was for sure not happy after finals when I didn't win. But to be honest, I don't think about it anymore. So at home I have a little bit too much silver medals. That's true, but it's better than having no medal. So so I'm fine. But the longer you don't win anything, the harder you try, the more likely it is that it will happen, and that's what I believe in.
And with that in mind, how important is this support that's followed you over here? Because Liverpool are turning, the Liverpool supporters are turning Basel into a sea of red almost, aren't they? Although you might not have seen it yet.
No, I didn't see it until now. Is it like this?
It will be.
Oh. But everybody recognized I took back my invitation, right? Yeah, so, and it's not because of me, then it's because of Basel is a wonderful city and there's a European League final. Yeah. Yeah. We already know about what can I say, about the desire of our supporters. We know how much they want to win this cup. They showed us an impressive way when we played at home, when we played away from home. Traveling with us all around Europe was great to see. It was great to see that some people don't even have to travel because they live in Russia. When we played there, they live all over the world, and where you are, there are already a few Liverpool fans, so that shows everything about this club. And we really would love to be the team who can make these dreams come true. That's how it is. But in the end, it's football. So, and I can promise that we try everything. But the problem is Sevilla will do the same. So open game, but how I always say, open games you can win. So we have to play our best, and then we will see what happens.
Just check how you are injury-wise as well. Obviously we've spoken to Jordan, but has Divock got a chance of playing?
We will see. Okay. We have another session. He did well in the last 2 sessions. So, yeah, train after. I think the training after press conference is you can watch it, unfortunately. So that means we do nearly nothing. Yeah, and then we will see how he feels, and then we'll make a decision about this.
We'll take the question just behind on the right side here. More behind first. Yes, thank you.
Hola, le pregunto en español. En primer lugar, desconozco si sabe hablar español. Si fuese posible, que me contestase en castellano. Si no, le pregunto, ¿qué me puede contar acerca del Sevilla y quién cree que es favorito en la final de mañana?
Also zuallererst mal finde ich, dass es ganz praktisch wäre, wenn man sich als Journalist besser vorbereitet. Ich spreche kein Spanisch und kann dementsprechend auch nicht auf Spanisch antworten, aber über Sevilla weiß ich genau das, was ich wissen muss. Ja. Soll ich auf Englisch antworten oder auf Deutsch, by the way, wenn mich jemand auf Spanisch fragt? Auf Deutsch? Deutsch. Gut, dann verstehen mich 80% der Leute nicht hier, das ist gut. Ja, also wir sind vorbereitet. Sevilla ist eine super erfahrene Mannschaft. Sevilla ist spielerisch gut, verteidigt gut. Ist insgesamt eine tolle Truppe, muss man einfach sagen. Der Kollege macht einen sensationellen Job. Und deshalb haben die allen Respekt von uns. Aber wir sind auch nicht in das Finale gebeamt worden, sondern wir haben es das verdient. Und dementsprechend fühlen wir uns auch gut vorbereitet und das wollen wir zeigen.
The question here on the second row.
Jurgen, John Murray from the BBC. Could you give us a little bit of detail from a coach's point of view of how you prepare a team to play in a final?
As normal as possible, because the special circumstances are obvious. It's clear. Well, we have to do more press work. We have to everything change in a moment like this all around. Since 2 weeks, nobody asks us about the next Premier League game. Everybody's asking about this game. Everybody wants tickets. We don't have tickets, so it's a special situation. So the rest need to be as usual as possible. So because if not, we would have done a lot of things wrong in preparing all the other games. And we had special games. We were under pressure at home against Villarreal. Everybody knows we were 1-0 down. We had pressure at home. We were under pressure in Dortmund. We were under pressure at home against Dortmund in the game. And these boys always did a perfect job. And so why should I change? I think if I change, they could think, oh, maybe he thinks we are not ready. I'm sure they are ready, and that's what I want that they feel. So that's all. So we are a day earlier here, but only because, we have no tickets, and at home everybody's asking for tickets, so it's better to be here, and that's it. And that's the situation. We feel good. I'm really pleased for the boys. I'm really pleased that I can be part of this moment with this team. When I came here, there was what a big amount of doubt about these players. And now that I'm really happy that they could show how strong they are. And tomorrow is a big opportunity to make a final step, not a final step in this season, and to achieve something great. I'm really happy to be here with this club and with this team. So let's try it.
But do you have to give some extra care to the mental side when it's an occasion like this?
Again, we had pressure. Well, how could be the pressure bigger tomorrow? It's a football game, and if you forget it, it's a football game. Then you make the first mistake. So we have to defend on highest level. We have to be organized on highest level. So the mental side is a big influence, obviously. There's no doubt about it. But how I said, all we've done since we are together, we've done to be perfectly prepared for a game like this tomorrow. So it's not to reach the next level of concentration, of organization. It's to use what we already know. That's what we'll try.
Just pass the microphone behind.
Oleg Koshelov, TASS News Agency. Jurgen, your first European match with Liverpool was against Rubin Kazan, you remember. How important was that game, actually a rare game which you didn't win at Anfield, for your road to Basel?
How important was the game at home what we didn't win for our road to Basel? That was the question, sorry.
The question was, how important was the game on your road to Basel?
Yeah. All of them were important, though. Without we needed all the results. We had not a big advantage in the table, so it was quite close in the group. But I think really, never in history of big European tournaments, the team wins the title with the most easy way in the final. So all the things you do, all the problems you had on the way to a final help you in the final. And so I'm really happy about a few difficult moments on this tour. And we had a lot of them, but we solved them. We had solution for this, and we used the experience from the first leg when we had to play the second leg. And that's what I understand when I think about development. And so this team developed really well, and it was, how I said, we had on a frozen pitch in Sion, after a long way flight to Kazan, we had a few things to do, and it was never the perfect moment because 3 days later was waiting a very difficult Premier League game. Nobody had an excuse for us when we have not been ready for the next Premier League game. But this here is the bonus. This is the bonus for everything, for every moment. what we worked for every, when we flew back from Villarreal at night and came back to Liverpool at 5 o'clock in the morning and played at 12 o'clock and 2 days later in Swansea. Everybody spoke about it, was not too good. What we played there, right, it was bad, to be honest, but these boys are human beings, and it's not so easy always to be ready for everything. But for this final, we will be ready because we try to use all our common experience to be the best team in Liverpool FC shirts for a long time.
Next one in the middle here. Yes. Thank you.
Jurgen, Jordan Henderson just said about the belief that you've instilled in the team, in the fans and everyone around you at Liverpool. Do you think it's important that your history, your reputation is that you commit to clubs for a long time, that you commit for 7 years in Mainz, 7 years in Dortmund, that people know you're in for the long haul?
7 years in Liverpool, hopefully. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you know better what people think when I join a club. You know, if they hope that I stay a little bit longer, if they hope hopefully it's away in a few days. So I'm not sure about it. But for me, it's the only way I can work, to be honest. So when I came here, everybody told me that. We spoke about it in the first press conference. British media are pretty impatient, so they are your best friends until they are not your friends anymore. And until now, we have quite a good relationship, to be honest. So really important that I don't read what they write, but for this, I don't feel the pressure. I cannot change. I feel the opportunity. I feel pressure about the game and developing players, and I don't think I have all time in the world, but at the end, I don't feel, never felt doubt around me in a club. So maybe I'm not sensitive enough, I'm not sure, but that makes me completely free for decisions, and it makes me completely free I give my team and myself the time to develop together from the first day, and that's what we try. And so it's a very important step tomorrow. And what I said, I came here because I was really convinced about the quality of these players. But obviously, in the start, I was the only person. That's not a problem, because meanwhile, a few more people know about this. So, and to see how they deserved this final, let me feel really good. Let me feel really good, and I know it's not sure what will happen tomorrow. But on our way, even the experience is important tomorrow. But we will try everything to make more than experience.
But a lot of managers do 2 or 3 year cycles now, and it's all very temporary, and people pass through clubs, which has never been your way, to just sort of pass through quickly and on to the next one.
What can I say? I'm not. Yeah. My former clubs, all I want to extend contracts before I could think about leaving. That's how it was. And then at the end, we had to. It came to an end. That's how it is. So everything is okay. Nobody should think about 2 or 3 years in this moment. Maybe it's a long time at Liverpool. I don't know, but yeah, we don't think about this. Everything is okay in the moment, and we want to try. We want to use the momentum.
Thank you. Next question we'll take. Yes. Just next here. Thank you.
Hi again. If heavy metal was the soundtrack of your German sides, have you decided on a soundtrack for the Liverpool side yet?
I have decided never ever give a team a name of music, whatever. So because it follows me my whole life, and last week I got a present, a Metallica CD. I'm pretty sure it's a wonderful
Not
music.
even the Beatles?
Yeah, I like them, to be honest. So I'm not a music specialist, but I'm a quite emotional guy. So that's how maybe the football games look. But I'm not too important in this moment. We only this team, maybe one time they have a own name, would be great. But not I should be the man who gives them the name. There are a few more or smarter people who can do this, and the best way it would be if our fans would give this team a name, a very positive name, by the way. Would be great.
Sí, hola, Leandro Iglesias de La Sexta. Quería preguntarle primero si ha olvidado ya usted su incidente con Marcelino y cómo cree que va a ser el pulso con Unai Emery.
Ja, ich habe den vergessen. Was war? Ja, you don't understand. Yes, I forgot it. Actually, I don't know exactly what happened, so that's not too important. Both managers were quite emotional in this game, and I think that's normal. And how I know my colleague from tomorrow, he's quite emotional, but that's because it's very important. So, well, there will be no problem between us, I'm pretty sure. We try everything to help our team, that's all.
Take a question from behind, please, gentleman.
Could I ask, in your mind, for this season to be called a success, a real success, do you need a trophy by the end of it?
That actually doesn't depend to my judgment. It's more about the public judgment. I'm pretty sure if we don't win the title, nobody would think it's a success. For me, a lot of things were something like success in the 7 months, to be honest. But in history of Liverpool, if you look back in 100 years, nobody would think, yeah, that was quite cool. Maybe one or the other game are really easy to remember. So it's not a moment. It's not a moment to judge. We have all opportunities. We have a big chance. So yeah, winning tomorrow, would it make me much more easy for you to see it as a success? And I try to help.
From the back of the room, we come back to the front here.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Klopp. I'm Gunter Schramm from Sportax from Argentina. I would like to ask you which one football players from Sevilla do you think are going to be dangerous tomorrow for Liverpool?
A lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. A lot. You all know the name, so that's not a problem. But I really don't like to put the finger on these players, and everybody knows them. It's depends to where we show weaknesses. They only can be as strong as we let them be. That's how football is. Avoid passes to their target players. Defend well. Use your own chances. Use your own opportunities. Play football at your best. So then the target is that nobody talks too much about the decisive players of Sevilla after the game, that they have to talk more about our decisive players. So that's what I'm thinking about. But how I said, big respect for the whole Sevilla squad. They really deserved in this final. They had a hard way to go. So I like this. Both teams really took this tournament as a very, very important thing. And now we are here. Deserved. Good final.
We'll take a question from behind, from the Deutsche Presse dieses Mal. Here, yes. Kicker.
Jörg Jakob, Kicker Sportmagazin. Herr Klopp, Sevilla und Liverpool werden beide morgen Abend, glaube ich, jeweils 63 Spiele gespielt haben in dieser Saison. Würden Sie sagen, damit ist die Grenze des Vernünftigen erreicht, oder ist das Business as usual mit einem großen Kader heute im europäischen Profifußball?
Also 63 Spiele ist schon relativ ordentlich, muss man sagen. Also es fühlt sich auch in den. Ich habe dann, glaube ich, morgens 52, wenn mich alles täuscht, das ist schon intensiv und keine Frage, aber sowohl Sevilla als auch wir haben in den letzten Wochen durchaus ordentlich rotiert, um dem Ganzen Rechnung zu tragen. Aber Fakt ist, also wenn die Spiele nicht weniger werden, dann müssen die Kader größer werden. Das ist so. Das Problem ist allerdings, du weißt im Vorfeld einer Saison nicht hundertprozentig, wie lang der Weg gehen wird in den jeweiligen Wettbewerben. Dementsprechend sich auf den Extremfall von 63 Spielen vorzubereiten, ist einigermaßen schwierig. Weil wenn du da nur 50 hast, dann hast du 13 Spiele lang zu viele Spieler im Kader. Das macht nicht so richtig viel Spaß. Deshalb ist es schwierig, aber Es ist jetzt auch nicht so, dass wir es nicht hätten lösen können. Am Sonntag habe ich den 38. Spieler eingesetzt im 51. Spiel. So. Ja, das ist auch schön. Also haben viele Jungs haben Premier League Luft schnuppern dürfen und das ist alles in Ordnung.
Ja.
Deswegen ist wie es ist. Kann es nicht ändern. Egal was ich sage, man wird es nicht ändern. Deshalb dementsprechend annehmen und Fußball spielen.
We'll take a couple of more questions before we go for the training. Yes, please.
My name is Yoshika Matsubara from Japan. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
My English not so good, but
Like
I
mine.
try to speak. Okay. What is most important things tomorrow game final?
Being good organized. Being brave. Prepare moments. Be patient enough to pass long enough to get the opportunity to play the last pass. So a lot of things will be important tomorrow. It's all about football. And if you are, maybe you are a neutral viewer, I think then it's easy to enjoy if you see two teams on highest level battling for each little opportunity, for each little advantage. That's how it is. In the final especially, you need to be ready. You need still to be ready to make mistakes, even when the whole world is watching, because football doesn't work without mistakes. So it's all about reacting on the things that didn't work like you want. It's all about finding the next solution. That's all. It's concentration on highest level, using your skill on highest level. Yeah. It's good to be in your position, sitting there and watching the game and can afterwards talking about it. It's a little bit more difficult to be involved, but I enjoy being part of it, so everything is okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
The last question, please. Here on the third, we finish then. Yes, just here.
You are the only coach who beat Spanish team this season. It's a big difference between Spanish clubs and other European clubs in this moment or in last couple of years.
Yeah, I would say best football country. And it's how I said before the Villarreal game. It's a combination of really, really good managers, of really good scouting, good education of the players. A lot of players around are on highest level Spanish players. So when you to hear about the European squad of Spain and you hear which players are not involved, and you think, oh, maybe they would be fit good to one or the other nation to help them at the European Championship. So that's quite interesting. Scouting is a little bit easier because a lot of young players from South America like to join Spain because of language. It's easier to settle in, to come there. So quite early they can get these players, and for them it's easier. So that's a lot of reasons, but it's in this moment, and so it's the highest level, and so it's the job for everybody else to try to